want to say welcome and thank you for joining us on the Hollywood Elite podcast.
Welcome, Lejon.
And you want to introduce yourself quickly?
Of course. And I first want to say thank you, Sherry and Tom and Sherry, for allowing me to be a guest here on your on Hollywood Elite podcast. My name is Lejon. First name is Lejon Stewart, but as an actor, I'm Lejon. And I'm an actor. I'm a teacher. I'm a dad and a grandfather, and I love life and I love people.
I would have never guessed you were a grandfather.
Oh, I've got two.
Oh, wow. Busy man.
Yeah.
First question.
Hey.
You played a pirate named Lejon in Pirates of the Caribbean. What's the story behind getting cast as yourself?
Wow. And no, many factors have to come into place for that. Something like that just doesn't happen. So I guess I'll start with, I was a casting director for an audience company called Standing Room Only. And that was like around 2004. Mm-hmm. But I started in 1999. Now, my point is in mentioning that is because as a casting director for this audience company, we did the audience for The Weakest Link and many other shows. And I noticed at that time that I joined SAG in 1997. Yet my acting career wasn't going where I know it should be because I was working full-time for as this casting director. I'm going to give you a little quick example. There was a show called Made for America, and I had to cast 5,000 people in the audience. And they wanted for Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and they wanted a different 5,000 all 3 days.
Oh, my.
Holy shit, that's a lot of people.
Exactly. And so I will tell you though, I cheated a little bit. I had some of the same people come back and said, change your hair, change your makeup, wear whatever, make yourself look different. So I was able to kind of, but they don't know. They know now, production knows that.
As an actor, we do that all the time.
Okay, it's called survival.
Exactly.
Yeah. So doing that show, but all of a sudden one day I just said to myself, I got into SAG to be an actor, but yet I'm working for this casting company that I loved. I loved it. However, what's your main goal, Mr. Stewart? What's your main goal? So I told my boss I'm gonna have to quit and just go cold turkey and see what happens. So when I quit from the casting job, Standing Room Only, I got a phone call from Sandy Alisi. And Sandy Alisi is a casting director, one of the biggest casting directors, extra casting directors. And she does like Spielberg films, and she was Pirates of the Caribbean films, etc. Okay. So I did look up and get a McDonald's commercial right at the same time. I went and auditioned for one, got the commercial. Sandy Alisi saw me in this McDonald's commercial, and she asked me, I just need a little help in my office for a project that I know you could do, because we had interaction prior from working on some of the same shows. So yeah, so I said sure. So she hired me, and the funny thing is though, she hired me so that I basically had to get. I got 800 actors to audition for Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man's Chest. Okay, that was my job. And I got 800 actors. And on Friday, the audition started the next week. So on Friday evening, I came to her and I said, I got you 800 actors that will audition for Pirates of the Caribbean as extras. Okay, so then as I told her that, she said, well, guess what? There's really going to be 801 because you're going to audition too.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly. So I said, okay, so that whole weekend I put the Pirates movie, because only Pirates 1, Curse of the Black Pearl, was the only reference.
Right.
So I watched that over and over. And even when I went to bed, I would let the movie play. I swear to God. So then I get there on Monday. So there were groups of 10 guys. 10 guys Monday. And I say 10 guys in the first group, and we had probably about, it's hard to think about. I would say, we're going to do the math, but let's say 20 groups for Monday, and then 20 groups Wednesday, and then 20 groups, building up to 800 guys. So she made me be the first in the first group. Sandy said, okay, you go in the first group. And I said, okay. And then I was also hired, though, to be the cord wrangler, which meant that the guy that's filming the auditions, I was the one that had to have the cord, make sure when he backs up, I got to pull that cord. When he goes forward, I got to I was doing that. So I was hired to do that, working with Sandy. So I knew I was going to do that, but I didn't know at first I was going to be one of the ones to audition. So the first group, of course, she had someone else do the cord wrangling, and I went in the first group, and it was an improv scene, and I could go on, but I'll tell you really quickly what I did in this improv scene. They said that the camera is Captain Jack Sparrow. So when the camera is up to you, you're talking to the captain. And so the scene is the 10 of us in this room, and the captain comes in and he says, "Where's my rum? Where's our rum? I need you pirates to find my rum." So we're scrambling around the room and looking for the rum. And it's so weird, though. I said to myself, if no one speaks first, I'm going to speak. But I counted 5. I said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I don't know why I counted, because really in improv, I should have jumped on it, but I did. I tried to give somebody else the chance, I guess. And anyway, I spoke first. So I said, Captain, I found the rum right there. And then everyone of course, had to rally around me because I began the improv. And so it was, and then I could just say what I want to say, and they were trying to, follow me. And so I guess that was impressive, but then so after that first group of 10, then we left. They took our pictures, put it on the table, did the improv scene, and then left. Then I changed hats, of course, and went back to hold the cord. So I got to see every group audition, which is kind of funny. Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Special.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you one more thing that what Disney did to me, or the director did to me. Dave Vangus. When I was on the floor on Wednesday, wrangling the cord, right? Next thing you know, I'm on the floor, I'm holding the cord, going back and forth. Next thing you know, the camera turns to me and says, "Where is the rum?" And I said, "My captain, I know where the rum is. It's right over here, sir. Don't worry about it. I will get it for you, my captain." But it was so weird because my brain said to me, "I'm the guy on the Wrangler. I already had my audition." My brain is telling me that they don't need to put the camera on me now. I'm the cord guy. But
you did it.
I jumped right on it, and I knew that was a test. Could he just...
You created a character, and they loved it.
Yes.
Captain, I think the crew, meaning me as well, were expecting something a bit more shiny. But with the Island of Mercy going all pear-shaped, reclaimed by the sea and the treasure with it.
And the Royal Navy chasing us all around the Atlantic.
And the hurricane. All in all, it seems some time since we did a speck of honest pirating.
Shiny.
Aye, shiny.
Is that how you're all feeling then? That perhaps dear old Jack is not serving your best interests as captain? What did the bird say? Do not blame the bird. Show us what is on that piece of cloth there.
No, that don't do no good.
It does me.
It's a key.
No. Much more better. It is a drawing of a key. Gentlemen, what do keys do?
Keys unlock things, and whatever this key unlocks, inside there's something valuable. So we're setting out to find whatever this key unlocks.
No. If we don't have the key, we can't open whatever it is we don't have that it unlocks. So what purpose will be served in finding whatever need be unlocked, which we don't have, without first having found the key what unlocks it?
So we're going after this key.
You're not making any sense at all. Any more questions?
So, do we have a heading?
Heading. Set sail in a general. That way, direction. Captain? Come on, snap to and make sail. You know how this works. Come on, wait. Hey! The lot of you!
Lift the kite! This way, lad! Hold loose your hurry! It's got me eye! Get it back on! Excellent! The work's half done! We've done it for you! Oh boy!
And one must take responsibility for one's mistakes.
It's yours, Jack. I must trade it for her freedom. Why is Jack afraid of the open ocean?
Well, if you believe such things.
No worries, mates.
I cut down anyone in my path.
I like it. Simple, easy to remember.
Mr. Gibbs. Hi.
Where is the thump?
We must hit the roof!
Tell you this story, and I think though I was ready and I did it so well that time because my first chance to be spontaneous and to really make it work was on Zoolander. I was the stand-in for Lenny Kravitz because we both had the big afros.
Oh,
So
no
I was,
way.
yeah, so I was his stand-in, and the director Ben Stiller. At one time, the stand-ins come in first, and they have to measure everything, make sure that it's all right for the star. So I'm up there just being the stand-in guy, and I'm just waiting, and they're filming everything, make sure they're getting their cameras set, and then Ben Stiller says to me, "When I say action, say and the winner is," which is what, of course, Lenny Kravitz's line was.
Right,
So I've
right.
got red leather jacket, red leather pants. That's what he wore too. So, okay. And when Ben Stiller said, okay, when I say action, say, and the winner is. And so then he said, action. Nothing came out of my mouth. First time in my life, I was like,
Oh
it
my
was so
God.
horrible. It was so horrible. And then he said, I said action. And I go, and the winner is. And he was like, okay. But so I think though I think they liked my look. I'd been working for several days with them, and I think that was my chance to get an upgrade. I think he was thinking about maybe giving me an upgrade, giving me a line somewhere.
Right?
But when I failed, he said, okay, we move on. He's not what
They don't
thought he was.
money in that.
Oh my God.
But now I know that the universe prepared me at that point. When someone just put me on the spot, I knew that I failed then, so that when it happened with Pirates, I jumped right on.
You learn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, this whole deal in entertainment is constantly learning. We learn from other people. We learn from our mistakes. They're not
Yes.
really mistakes. It's just a learning process.
Oh, amen to that. As well as we can say, when you think about it, but it's more intense. Life is that.
Yes.
That's how we kind of navigate to just be the best person that we can possibly be. But you're right, Tom. When it comes to the entertainment field, it's even, it's intensified. It's even more. If you're going to move up in the business, you've got to maneuver certain things. Like I said, don't make the same mistakes and learn from someone else that's done it before you. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Just pay attention.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
Use other people. They'll help
Yeah.
you.
Well, I wanted to ask you, you filmed in the Caribbean for Pirates. Is there anything that happened behind the scenes that was memorable for you that you'd like to share? Or?
Okay, I don't want to sound like I'm tooting my own horn. However,
Go ahead, toot.
We want to get it.
You're among
We
friends.
want the tea.
okay, but I will first give you the background. Now, I worked in the Pirates of the Caribbean for a year.
Okay.
And during that time, we first started at Universal and Disney, and that was the month of February. So we did all the things then. Then in March, we flew down to Dominica, very small island north of Martinique, south of Guadeloupe. And so we were there. It had a rainforest on that island. So that's where we filmed all of our jungle scenes.
Okay.
So I was in the jungle on Dominica for 3 months. Then we came back. Yeah. Oh, and I got to tell you this story too. Okay. When I first saw the schedule of where we're going to be in Dominica, do you believe that I looked at the schedule and I said, oh my God, I can't do this. And they're like, what? I said, my daughter graduates from high school and I'm still there. I can't miss my daughter's graduation from high school. You can miss kindergarten graduation, maybe junior
Not
high school,
graduation.
middle school, but when it comes to high school, I've got to be there. And they're like, so you're going to give up Pirates? Well, and I was like, okay, no, I guess I'm not. I got to my senses. So then I said, okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to rent a plane and it's going to fly over the stadium. It's going to say, Daddy from the Bahamas is proud of you, Paris.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yes and no. Yes and no. Because it's so funny though. We were in Dominica, had that all set up, and then a storm was coming our way. So we had to evacuate. So I actually had to evacuate a week earlier, and I was able to come to the graduation. So then I canceled the plane, and I said to myself to this day, I think my daughter was disappointed that I was there.
She wanted the plane to fly over.
Because she would have been the only girl whose dad sent a plane over the graduation.
Exactly. I was like, hey, I'm here. They're like, what? What about the plane?
She's like, you should have sent the plane too.
I know.
That is funny. That's probably the best behind the scenes story ever.
Yeah.
And then I've got one more.
Okay.
I'm keeping my own horn. So again, though, but being on the island of Dominica, there were days that we worked, and then we had our days that we were off.
Yeah. Okay.
And when I'm on this island, number one, first time I ever saw, really, to tell the truth, little boys, old men, people my age that look like me, my features.
Oh, really?
Exactly. But so part of me even getting the part as Lejon, the Black Pearl Pirate, is that they went down to the island and they saw who the indigenous people of that island were. And I favored them. So it meant, so I didn't even know what was going on.
Is that your heritage from there?
Exactly.
Oh my God.
But Gore Verbinski saw that, and Jerry Bruckheimer, they saw that. And so I think that was part of, could I act or could I improv, whatever at that point. But apparently I had the look that I didn't even know. So
wow.
I got there. Oh my God. I just interacted with the people. I mean, I'm the kind of guy, when I go to another country, I don't just go to the tourist spots. No, I'm down in the fields and in the country, in the counties and things like that. So I got to know a lot of people on the island, and I was just going every place. So the days that I was off for 2 weeks, I'm going to plays, to concerts. In fact, I was in the front seat of a Rihanna concert.
No way.
This is 2005. I didn't even know who she was. Now I do.
Yeah, but that was 2005.
That's hilarious.
And I was like the celebrity of the island. Whenever I went someplace, they'd wave at me. It was like paparazzi. time, but in a good way. It was all love, because and what they even say, for example, they would say to me, you're from Pirates of the Caribbean, but the Caribbean is our home. That's who we are. So we are honored to have an American come here and be who we are. And they would say things like that to me. And it's just so great. So I got to be known as the guy. There were about 500 of us from Disney on that film. And apparently I was known as the guy who had the most fun on the entire island.
Awesome.
I love it.
One time I was in the back of a truck and we were gonna go catch some fish. I was in the back of a truck and I saw them filming at one spot. So I thought, hey, honk the horn. And the guy honked the horn. I said, hey, you guys, hey, Gore. And they just all looked like, that's Lejon. I was in the back of a truck going somewhere with some Rastafarian guys. Okay.
They knew you were having a good time.
It was the best. I mean, the fact that they give you $500 a week per diem. So they fly you. Okay, they pick you up in a town car. You fly first class. I've never flown first class until then. Sometimes one time I was the only passenger in first class. Exactly. And so the stewardess I was like, well, I guess you'll have to cater to me, huh? It was the best feeling, though. It was the best, feeling for your soul, for your ego, for your, who am I? I must be because we all know I'm kind of important since Tom Anderson had to fly to Calgary to do this podcast.
I said, the only way I can talk to you is to fly to Calgary. And then who shows up in LA at my event but
you?
But you. That was great. It was so much fun. It was like.
And when I saw the pictures, I'm like, you're at Tom's event? Like, what the heck?
Yeah, and you got her right away. It's like, he's there with you.
I had no idea. And I see pictures, I'm like, no, I'm really jealous.
It was one of those things where I went to his profile and I saw what he was doing, and I had such a busy day. I mean, I didn't get there to the very last end, but my goal was, I gotta get there, and I did this in the morning. I'm a member of Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity, and we had a fundraiser, and I was doing so many things all day, but I said, I gotta get there. And sure enough, the very end of it, I slip on in, and we bonded.
And that's where he was able to meet the other cast members from Sweetgrass, Danielle and Holly and Sherry and
I've met Sherry and Danielle
and Kathy Garver, all the others from John Duffy. You met John. He's our line producer.
Hey, I'm jealous. You got to meet all the people I wanted to meet.
And she's going like,
I haven't met John. I haven't met Kathy yet. I'm waiting.
Well, and I believe too that it was God that put the thought into my head, because when you are having a full day and you're busy and you're just trying to do this and that, and I was like, you know what? I wish I saw the post and I was like, I should probably go down there and meet Tom. I said, then my first thought was, oh, no, Lejon, that's impossible. What have you got to do? Say, no, you can't do it. And then I said, maybe I can.
That was great.
Fate is everything.
Yes.
I saw him coming through the door and said, oh, no way.
And I was, driving down there, though, I was thinking, it could be, I could get there and the doors could be shut. Everyone could have gotten home. It said till 8:30, and I think I was like, it was like 8:25 or 8:15.
Yeah, we went a lot later than we thought we would, but it was good. I mean, it was good. It was great. It was great that you were there. You could meet everybody. We could meet up, and
and man, I took my horn again. And whose idea was it for all of us to take a group picture?
I don't know. I wonder who that was.
I don't know. I wasn't there.
But see, and part of it was because once I got in and I'm talking to Tom, and he and I just relating, talking, and then Danielle, Holly came up and we're talking, and so I had a chance to, and there was a few more people that I started to talk to, but there was still maybe 4 or 5 that I didn't have a time to talk to, and I was like to myself, God, I want to get to everyone in this room. I missed 5, whatever. So then that's what I said to myself. Okay, well, at least let's capture the moment that we were together. My intention is to see these faces, take them home, and I will see them again and let them know. So that was what I also said. Okay, I didn't get to everyone in the room, so I know how to work a crowd. But so let's just yeah, have a memory of this moment, and we did the group photo, and that was great. I loved it. I loved the group photo that we did.
You know, talking about flying first class, the first time ever.
Mhm.
The only time I ever did it, my daughter, when she was 19, got hired by Disney at Epcot. And I'm not going to let her go down by herself on the first day because she had to get an apartment and do all this. So I went down for a week, but I treated her and I flew her first class down there because I said, I want you to always remember this, you know,
you are a man over my heart. I swear, because doing something like that for your daughter, for your child, yeah, that is so beautiful.
It's something I wouldn't do for myself, but I thought, well, this is a special occasion, and my baby's leaving home, you know, and I really, you know, I kind of raised her, and it was like, now I'm going to be a single dad, or not a single dad, an empty nest, and it's like, you know, I had mixed feelings about it, but once she got down there and met all the other new hires, the cast members, it was like, see you, Dad, we're busy. Oh, okay. Oh, here's my shopping list I need for the apartment. Oh, and I went with some of the other parents to the Target there, and we're all in a cart. And we all got these sheets to get for our kids for their apartment because Disney had it all planned out. This is what they need. This is what they're going to have, and it was kind of organized. And I think it was also a way to get the parents out of the way so that they could do the orientation with the kids and stuff. It is. It's fun. It's fun. So we both kind of have a Disney connection there.
That's awesome.
When you said Disney, I was like, what? What? Epcot Center? Oh, wow. Now, you know, on that note, when my daughter went away to college, and she went to Berkeley, right? And which is another story. The little booger got accepted into Stanford, and she knew not to tell me because she knew I would be like, you can't go to Berkeley when you got something to Stanford. She was smart enough to not tell me until she graduated from Berkeley.
Oh my God.
I didn't throw that in there. And another story about her. So when I got her up to Berkeley, it was parents or orientation and all the, you know, everyone there. And okay, this is a good story, guys. Are you ready? So when there was a break, and so I'm like, oh look, I see a black father and his black son. You know, so I was like, you know, it's probably best for her to kind of, you know, meet people that, you know. So I flagged them down. Hey, I want you guys to meet. You know, you might both belong to the Black Student Union or something. So
right.
So we all introduced and we talked. We hung out for a lunch, and then we all, you know, had to do the next step, blah blah. Right. So fast forward to when my daughter had been in Berkeley for a year, and we're having a conversation. I said, Paris, may I ask you a question? And she says, well, yeah, what is it? I said, well, because my daughter's very, very private, though. She really is. She's very. So I said, I want to know, are you a virgin?
Did you really ask your daughter that?
Yes, I did. So,
oh my God.
But guess what her answer was? She says, no. I said, okay, so when did it happen? Were you a virgin when you graduated from high school? And she says, yeah. I said, okay, so can you give me any details? And she said, well, you know him. Remember the guy that
no
you introduced?
Way. No way.
I was like, you brat. So it's my fault. Yeah.
You introduced them.
Oh my God.
Duh. That wasn't the reason that I introduced them. Okay? That was not the reason.
You had no idea.
It was ugly.
That's wild.
On that note, we're going to change the subject. For your daughter's sake.
In case she watches this, you don't get embarrassed. Because that's going to lead me into a daughter story, too, that she doesn't want me to say.
So you started as a teacher before Hollywood. What was the moment that made you say,
I'm done with the classroom. It's time to chase the dream.
Great story. Okay, so this was 1996. I started teaching for Colton School District in 1989. Okay, yes. So that I've been there for a while. And when I first started, I was a third grade teacher, and then I moved to fifth grade. And then when my son was attending the same school, so when he was in fourth grade, he's like, "Dad, I can't wait to be in your class next year." And I said to myself, buddy, you don't want to be in my class. No. And then when I thought about it, I was like, I should not even be at the school as another fifth grade teacher, and he's in the fifth grade class. So I said, guess what? I'm going to leave and I'm going to go and teach at the middle school. Yeah. So I vacated because, he thought it would be all cool. I was like, no, we be hating each other. Trust me. So then from there, so then I taught at Colton Middle School, and also at Ruth Harris Middle School, still in the Colton School District. And then I did that for 2 years. They had an at-risk program, which the at-risk program is the children that are at risk for not wanting to go to high school. We've got to catch them. So this was, oh my God, it was so, they hired me to do that. And I had to write the whole program. And my thesis was that basically when children know that you care about them, they're going to then learn to care about themselves. And that's going to make them make better choices. And so, because the kids that were at my at-risk class, I would start the year with 0 students. They had to do something to be put in an at-risk class. First student I got, only one, he hit the teacher over the head with a chair. So I got him. And then throughout the year, though, I wrote the program so it was a maximum of 20 children. Though sometimes I had to go over that, but because it was self-contained, I had to teach them their English and their math, their science, and their history. And then they would leave my class to go to PE and have an elective. But again, though, you got these 7th and 8th graders in this contained. These are already the bad kids. And so, and how do we make it work? But such a successful program. One thing I would just share this, another story, and I could talk all day long, by the way. Okay, so I'm in the class one day, and everyone was just in a foul mood. The kids were arguing. I didn't really like them anymore. It just wasn't good. And I was at my desk and looking out the window, and I was like, how can I fix this? Looked at the window, and there was a hill, a little low mountain hill. And I said, that's it. We are going to take a field trip and we're going to climb that hill. So I got the permission slips from the parents, got the school to approve it, and that was going to be our little camping trip. And I didn't even know how valuable that was, because what happened is the dynamics changed from their perspective. We had the skinny kids that could almost run up the hill, without an effort, and we had some of the bigger kids that were bullies. So what we found is that the skinny kids helped the bullies up the hill and waited with them when they got tired. It was like amazing. And it was like, it naturally happened. I didn't tell them, hey, you go help that guy that's having a hard time, or go give him some encouragement, or go sit there and wait for him while he's resting, breathing. And I didn't even say that. They did it instinctively.
What a great bonding.
It was so, and then from then on, our class was smooth sailing. They all got along. They all liked each other.
It was. I got to do some stuff with the Colton School District.
Really?
When was it? I don't forget how many years ago, but it was going in and talking to high school kids about writing. I did it to them from a screenwriter's aspect.
Oh, wow.
And to tell them, that, you all have stories within you. Listen to your English teachers, and, not like that, but I did it in a way, they could actually meet somebody that has written scripts for film and talk to them about it and get them interested in something. That wasn't a real game, wasn't other stuff. And the kids were great. The kids were really great. I also got to do it in Compton too, which was really impressive, because I knew the mayor of Compton, Rippey.
Yes.
And we're friends. And so we went in there. I took another friend of mine, and she, her and I did a thing there, and we talked to kids from the high school, and I don't know if they were asked risk or not. I didn't ask, but I'm assuming that they probably were, because they brought them in. And it wasn't just us. They had other people there. They had a race car driver. They had, different people pilots, to all give them a perspective of this is stuff that you can do if you study in school. My big thing I always told the kids was you can't fail. You only learn. And there's no such thing as falling down, you fall up. And very rewarding. I really enjoyed talking to the kids, giving them that perspective. And like I said, I don't know if they were troublemakers in school or whatever, but they were all really gracious. I think they were happy someone was taking the time to talk to them.
Exactly. No, that is, without a doubt. That's what I say in terms of, that. And for me, I was lucky in that I love people in general. Lady I see walking across the street, I love her so much. I think about, her history of life and how she made it this far, knowing that most of her peers are probably gone. I just have this feeling. I see the little boy playing basketball over there, and I'm just like, oh, whatever. I love them all. So luckily for me, every student in my class, 28 kids in there, I love them all. And I knew that at the beginning of the year, make them better them. Now, some of them, in terms of in their homework, in even being in class and interacting, doing group work, some of them had always had something that I picked up that I need to fix, something. Some of them, though, I learned that it wasn't even about the subject. It was about help fixing them as a person, help.
I think that's yes, definitely.
Every kid in that classroom knew that I loved them. They knew, even the ones that I had to get down on hard and, give them a hard time, whatever. Well, not really a hard time, but, let them know, remind them what the rules are and what they must do. And once you do that, you just get such great rewards. And that's what you experienced, Tom, that day, that you let them know that, you were there for them. It was the regular teachers going blah, blah, blah all day long. And that just opened up their life and their world.
Yeah, exactly. Well, getting back to stuff and you with being an actor and that, when you step on set, and we all know what it's like to step on set, there's an energy there and stuff. Is there something specifically that strikes your soul when you step on set?
Okay, this is so great. This is a great question because I really never answered fully the first question. Now I'm able to tie this in.
Okay, awesome.
It's so great. Being a teacher, we're off for the summer every 3 months, and every 3 months, for those years that I worked, I would just get a different job. One year I delivered pizzas for Domino's. One summer I worked in an adult bookstore. That was an interesting year.
Yes, you told me about that.
Exactly. And then one time I was a security guard at a warehouse. I would just choose something different, just to make a little extra bucks for that time being. So this year, though, I hadn't figured out what job I was going to get, but I love the beach. And so I went to Venice Beach, and I just wanted to just feel see the waves coming in, feel that, smell that ocean breeze, all of that. I'm sure we are all transformed when we are at the beach. Because, and they say the reason is that we learn that it's a power that's greater than us when we're there, because we're not causing those waves to roll back in, all of that. But we have to realize, it can be all about me, but is it really? So I'm just trying to get a tan, laying out in my bathing suit, whatever. And I look up and I see a pole has a sign and it says, extras needed for the industry. Come to Unlimited Casting and sign up. So I was like, oh, wow, how fun would that be? That's my job this summer is become an extra? Down. So I went exactly. And so then I showed up at the office and paid, I think it was like $125, which is fine. And then the lady that interviewed me, she looked at me. I had my hair pulled back just like this, and she said, "Can you wear an afro by chance?" I said, "Yeah, just let this bun out." And I got my fro. She said, "Great, I'm gonna put you on this film. It's called Boogie Nights." So that was my first time ever on a movie set. And when they told me the name of the film, I figured it was about the disco era.
I remember you telling me about that. That was
yeah. So
because that's when I told him I was the body double for Mark Wahlberg.
Exactly. Yeah. We connected on that. Yeah. Yeah, it's such a small world. But when you said, by the way, Compton and Colton, those two C's, by the way, Tom, I was, raised in Compton. I was born in Inglewood. That's where the hospital was. But basically, my home base, beginning of life, my world was in Compton, and then ended up teaching for Colton School District. So you just said, though, magically Compton, Colton. Those two things came out of your mouth. I'm like, my God, of all the places he could pick, those are my two. Yeah, I was like, wow, who can say that the same? I can say, I'm from Compton and I taught in Colton. I don't know any other people can really say that. And then you just magically put them together. Isn't that wonderful?
It is. It is. It really is. It
Beautiful.
really is.
It just struck me. I was like, wow, how does he know? Okay. So I'm letting you know. So I'm going back to that moment so that I'm on the set and I'm like, oh my God. I saw that camera. I saw them putting the scenes together, saying cut, all these things. And I'm like, oh my God, I need to be here. I should have been here as an actor my whole life. What has been wrong with me? Though when I went to law school, my emphasis was entertainment law. So I kind of knew that I would end up in the entertainment field, but I thought that I had to do it from on that realm of being a lawyer and then talking to my clients and then say, hey, can you put me in one of your movies? I swear to God, that was really my route. I thought that I should go. But then I was on the set that night, and everything was like, it was so surreal, but so clear that you're going to become an actor. You love teaching. You've helped many children and families, but it's now time to do something for yourself.
You found what you love.
Exactly. So then in September, when school began, I came to my principal and I said, by the way, I'd like this to be my very last day this year because I'm going to become an actor. I said, but Terry, I won't do that to you. I'm going to work this entire year and then I will go into acting. So that was 1996. Because, Boogie Nights was the summer of 1996. And then I started back school in September and I went all the way to 1997. And I said, bye-bye. Yeah. And so again, though, that moment on the set, that was it. Changed me. I was like, I can't think of anything else but this.
It's a magical experience. The way I put it. And one of the greatest statements, and I've said this to other people, one of the greatest statements I've ever heard is, cut, that's a wrap. We made a movie, folks. When you hear that, it's like, oh my God, you're part of something.
Yep.
It's like,
it's so powerful. Oh, like you get the biggest rush, and maybe besides your son being born first, and then your daughter coming second. Gotta have a boy first if you can. But anyway, carry that name. Anyway, but it's that kind of rush that you just like, wow, I'm really here. I'm alive. I'm a part of something, not just minor or mediocre. This is big.
It's really, really awesome.
Oh wow! You took me back. Yeah. So then again, though, so my answering the question of letting you know that.
Oh, he paused.
Did we lose the internet?
Yeah. You there? Okay.
I was like,
okay.
oh, you're gone.
Okay. Yeah. You guys disappeared too, and then I was like, oh, should I start over with that?
For a second. So you've been taught both big budget films and indie projects. Which one taught you the most, and what was the lesson? And he's paused.
Oh wow! How could you ask me a question like that?
I know. I'm just like, I love.
No, but
she's a deep diver. She goes right in.
Yeah, wow. Because there's so many facets. But when you say learning, learning, because either way though, you learn so much. There's rules for the blockbusters, and you better be on it if you really want to succeed in the business. You can't mess around. It's a blockbuster. They're looking at everyone. There's so going on, but you have to stay focused. And what is your purpose? What is your, from you personally, as well as your character and the interaction? Because this is a networking business. So when you're on the set, especially with a blockbuster, you could almost hide because there's so much going on. But then again, if it's the way that I am, but don't hide, but don't get in the way. Mm-hmm. Don't be a nuisance. Maneuvering that balance of letting them know that, hey, it's when you're an actor, of course, I'm not the producer, I'm not the casting director, I'm not the director. they have something I want. And so that maneuvering of figuring out how to present yourself in the best way, so that when they walk away from you, it sometimes, it's either what, or it's, and everyone's different. And everyone has their own personalities and their own rules of how things should be. But I think that God gave me, He gave me a really great sense of feeling people. I can walk in the room and I can feel energy. That's why I was such a good teacher, because I could walk in that room and I could tell, okay, who needs my attention right now? They don't have to say a word, but you could just feel it. So and so when the singer Selena died, to tell the truth, I never even heard of her before she died. Okay, but I had one of my students. This is at the at-risk class. She was a seventh grader, and she was sitting there crying, and I'm like, okay. Did one of the kids, give her a hard time? This at the beginning of the day. Did someone give her a hard time? Something going on? So of course I finally came to her and said, "What's going on?" And then she said, "Mr. Stewart, Selena died." And I thought Selena was maybe her sister, or her aunt, her
Dog.
yeah. So it's okay. Okay, so who is Selena? Selena, Mr. Stewart, Selena. So then I gotta get, okay, this is someone
everything.
I'm supposed to know. Yeah. And so finally, I found out who she was, and then that just bonded she and I more, because I came to her the next day and I said I bought all the albums that I could find. I've listened to her music. I love her. I love Selena. And then that bonded us for like forever, forever. And it was just a good feeling. Just the fact of, but going back to being on the set, people, and I'm a people person. My goal when I was a little boy, my goal was to meet everyone in the whole world. I didn't really, then I got older, people said, "You idiot, you cannot meet everybody in the whole world and shake their hand and give them a hug." But that's what, when I was a little boy, that's what I wanted to do. So I believe that choosing the entertainment business and being a teacher with students, with kids, I was kind of at least getting that, because every year you got a whole group of students, and you get to know them and work with them, and just bond, and then it's some more. And so that cycle, so this in real quick, by the way, my third graders that I taught when my first year teaching third graders, they are 45 years old now.
Wow.
Wow, that's got to
Exactly.
So you had mentioned that you had battled prostate cancer. Would you like to share about that?
Yes, I would. I've got to. And I don't know how many. I'll start off with this. I don't know how many believers are out there, but I am a believer of God, and I was raised to Christian church, and therefore, Jesus Christ and all of that. And it was very interesting though, because my journey was that once I got to college, and I read Siddhartha, and I said to myself, okay, according to my faith, they're not gonna make it, these people are not gonna make it to heaven. I'm gonna be real. So I said to myself, okay, I don't think that that's true. I think the way that what I'm reading about what this man was spouting, he's going someplace good. Maybe call it another name, but it's not. He's not going to hell. I'll put it like this: he is not. Right. Those people are not going to hell with their great hearts. So that led me to just change my whole viewpoint in terms of the universal God. I said, well, maybe you can call him Buddha, you can call him Yahweh, but there is that creator that I do believe brought us on here. There's a great. It was a news story years ago, maybe 5 years ago, where there's this is called a mega box. It's the strongest, largest, smartest computer in the world. Okay, a group of these scientists built this computer, and it can do anything and say anything. So what they decided to do is they put in the ingredients to create the universe. Say, okay, let's put all the ingredients in to, if this guy can make it, to create that. And that's the one thing he failed on. He couldn't. And when you stop and think about it, the sun is in the center, right? If
Right.
the Earth were closer to the sun, we'd burn up.
Mhm.
If we were further away, we'd be freezing.
Yep.
And so so it's like, so they said to themselves, okay, there
Right.
is something. They didn't want to say God or whatever, but there is some energy, some entity that has to put this all together for the fact that we have gravity because we're spinning around, but we're not falling off the earth. That whole thing of the moon and the waves,
Yes.
that's all put together in a plan for this all to work. So they said, okay, I guess maybe most of them were atheists. I don't know, but they more or less said there was a planner. Someone had to plan that we were where we are from the sun and how and
Yeah.
so there has to be that. So and that made me feel. I was like, well, I knew a long time ago, but I'm glad you guys finally figured it out. So to speak. Going back to my cancer. Okay, so going back to my cancer, I'm a member of Kaiser. I always get my regular checkups and I always do my blood work, right? And then apparently there was a year when Kaiser sent me a letter that said we need you to come in and get to make sure that something looks irregular in your blood and you need to come in and have that checked out. Well, guess
Mhm.
what? I never opened my cancer pill for a year. I mean, my cancer meal, my Kaiser meal, that had the
Oh
letter saying to me,
no.
"You need to come out and your PSA level is a little higher, and it keeps going up. Come and see us." I didn't. So one day had my regular checkup, and my Dr. Wang, no, yeah, Dr. Wang said to me, "LaJohn, has anyone talked to you about your PSA levels?" I'm like, "No." He said, "Well, this chart shows with this point so much." So that was the letter that I didn't open. Because someone should have told you
No.
that it's here. And then it went up before. Someone should have told you that it's here. No one's told you that it's going sky. I don't know. Yeah, I finally found out they really wasn't Kaiser's fault. I didn't open my mail. Okay. So know that I had so it was a year. It was a whole year. And they say early detection is everything.
Right,
Well,
right, right.
okay. So then once we had the discussion, then they set me up for the CAT scans and all this stuff to find out where it is. And then that's when they diagnosed it was prostate cancer. And so I will go to, I guess, December of 2024 is when we got to the conclusion that after I got all the work from the PET scans, that yes, I do have this much prostate cancer. So we've got to treat it. And then they explained to me at first all the different routes. There's three. There's the chemo. There's surgery, of course, to take it out. And this third option is they put some probes in you, and then those little probes kill cancer. So I had three options to try to figure out. Then, and I was figuring because I that was before Christmas. I don't want to no, I said that I didn't want to have to do any chemo to make me tired
Mhm.
and all of that. Here that it's an energy drainer. Other things, hair falls out, whatever. So then they gave me some pills and they said, okay, since you're trying to make your decision what you're going to do, then take these pills. I was issued these pills December 11th. Now, so they gave me two pills, um, and they also gave me a shot. Now the shot has to be given to you 4 times, but they have to be 6 months apart. So I got my
Okay.
first shot December 11th. Okay, and then they gave me this medication. The medication was just supposed to not make it allow it to spread. That's it. So medication to not allow it to spread because I'm sorry. Well, the point that we got to is I didn't. They said that I cannot have the surgery or the probes because it spread. I only have chemo. Okay, so I put my trying to decide what's going on and
Wow.
learning everything. Then I didn't have the three options anymore. It was only one. You're gonna have to have chemo. So again, at that point, I said, but I don't want chemo during Christmas time. So let's start our chemo in January. We would do that, and so that was our set plan. Every 2 weeks, I had to have blood work done. So they were checking my PSA levels. And so right when I was making my appointments around January 15th to go in to have the chemo, it was going to start like maybe January 30th. Okay. On January 23rd, the doctor called me and he said, Mr. Stewart, there's no more cancer. I'm like, what? And he didn't say miracle. He didn't use the words. He said, but we've never seen anyone with this regimen of these two medications and the only one shot. 3 more to come. But at that point, and they said, and you're cancer free.
That's unreal.
And I said, well, yeah. And so, but the picture is that I have to make a point to say that it was prayer and God.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because in my perspective, because I belong to a church. I joined in 1950. Well, even before I was born, my parents were members of this church, so they were all praying for me. There was this pastor named Pastor Vera Little from Las Vegas, and she met my mom because my mom was telling everyone in the world, "Pray for my son." She was stopping strangers. Pray for my son. I swear to God.
Beautiful.
Oh my
People
God.
praying, random strangers praying for me, everyone at her job praying for me, our church members. Then she brought Pastor Vera Little to me, who has a network of pastors all over. She's in Las Vegas. So we had this phone call, and I had preachers praying over me while I was on the phone from Alabama, from Washington, D.C., from Missouri, from Texas.
Wow.
And they all took the time to say prayer and to tell God, you just take that cancer out of this man. He doesn't need it. This is not it for this guy. I swear to God. And so, and again, the doctors, their response in terms of, we've never seen this before. Anyone with this regimen become cancer free.
Miracle. Absolute miracle.
However, exactly. Hello, that miracle, you think? And with another thing I have to point out, though, my mom is a 55-year cancer survivor.
Oh, wow.
So we have been involved in Relay for Life for years, doing it, raising funds for cancer. Yeah, and so she had to have a hysterectomy. Therefore, she had cancer of I'm getting. I guess it was. Do women have uteruses? No, they don't, right?
Yes.
No, right?
Yes, it'd be the cancer of the uterus. Yes.
Okay, because that's what it was. So then she had a hysterectomy. Again, that was 55 years ago, but we've still been involved in Relay for Life, the American Cancer Society, and she speaks there all the time. So this past year, when I was funded, this was in, I guess, January, for the first time, I stood up as someone who at that time I still had the cancer. And so I got to stand up for being there years and praying for everyone else and supporting all those people. I was one of the ones standing up saying, yes, I have cancer. But then that got just, people just, I believe in just the energy that we put out there to the universe.
Right. Absolutely.
And when you're meditating, all of that. It's real. You can't see it, but it's real and it's working for you, towards you, around you. And so that's how I kind of believe and feel and know that I am cancer free because of this prayers and good energy and keeping myself positive. And there was times I was like, is this it for me? Is this the one? And then I said, nah.
Nope.
No.
Not at all. You're still here.
You got more work to do, man.
We all got more work to do.
Yes. Hey, I hadn't met Tom and Sherry yet. So, I wasn't going to leave.
There you go.
It's you guys.
And we haven't met in person, so there's no way you can leave.
Right.
How is his arm doing?
He's dealing with it. Yeah, he's still got the cast. He needs to move for a moment. Tell you, actually, I've had a total hysterectomy because I was precancerous at 21.
Wow.
So I am a survivor since 87. So yes, I have gone through. I've been menopausal since I was 21. I also have a 19-year-old daughter that is my world. Adopted her. I was there when she was born. I cut her cord. She's a love of my life, but she is Just because I didn't have a uterus didn't mean I couldn't have a child. I'm a mom.
Exactly. And look what you've done for her life. I mean, we don't know,
She's 19.
she's 19. Oh, bravo. Oh, that's so beautiful.
We haven't covered this one.
No, go for
No,
it.
this is a good one. What's one role or genre you've never done but secretly want to?
Be on the Tom and Sherry show.
Of course. But now that dream has come true today. I'm a new.
You've reached the pinnacle.
I can stop now, baby. I have done it all.
No, you got more to go.
You never stop because you're rolling, man. And we all love you. So, hey.
And I still feel all of this is so amazing. I swear to God. I mean, but then it's weird. Okay. So let's do that question again. Please.
What's one role or genre you've never done but secretly want to?
I know what I just did.
That I really loved. I played a zombie. 2 zombies, actually. I played an inside zombie, Brian.
And then the next day I played an outside zombie and I got shot in the head and died. And did it in 2 takes.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. See?
You said it was a blast.
I can imagine. I did have my zombie moment. There's a movie called Garden Massacre, and and that was directed by Gregory Blair, and I got to play a zombie. So I've covered that one too. So that's what I'm thinking. What role? Because I mean,
have you done a creature?
Yeah, well, I'm a Trandoshan alien on Star Wars.
Oh.
Well, that's kind of one.
Yeah, and see, and from being a pirate, but yet it's one movie they said, Different Eye. It's an independent film that John Luxasich directed, wrote, and it's starring his daughter, who is Down syndrome, and Maria can rock climb. And
really,
he wanted to do a film. Yeah, so he wanted to do a film of showing her, because how, he knows how powerful it is to see this Down syndrome girl, but rock climbing. Then you're like,
that's
okay,
awesome.
Yeah, it's like, and the funny thing is, they paid for me to go to rock climbing classes, because I never rock climbed before. I'm the big, strong man, and I had to take classes and learn how to rock climb. And he paid for me to do this film. So it's so interesting because I worked for him. I worked for John on a film called Shadow of the Monarch, and I played a gangster. My roles mostly in the industry have been gangster, drug addict, drug dealer, pimp, prisoner. What other savory roles? I
know. What are they typecasting you or what?
I get typecasted as a mom.
Oh wait, I can respect and love that more than the one. Moms are great. Moms are wonderful. Moms are, we all have a mom. We all got her. So at least they look at you like someone who's decent. May I say?
Not necessarily. I played some nasty roles too.
But yeah, it's
that's true. Hey, we did have what serial mom. Remember that one? So anyway, but in terms of the roles, going back to all the roles I have played in the past, but then with this movie, John Luxasich, the director, Different Eye, my character, he wrote it tailored to me. And so therefore he wrote that I was a special needs teacher. I was a Down syndrome girl's teacher. And also in the film, I'm an actor in a pirate film. So, I mean, and in fact, my own mom plays my mom in that film. And it's on Amazon and Tubi, so it's called Different Eye. And that was the first time too when I loved. Yeah, and that was the time when he was the first person, though, John, that cast me as a lead in a film. My whole life, I'm the character guy. I'm the guy, whatever, the shady dude, the strings guy, right. Whatever. So I always had these character roles and these fellas. And then John saw something in me, and he was like, you're the lead actor in this film. And I got to basically play, me. Yeah, a teacher who teaches special needs and an actor in a pirate film. Bam, he put it there. So that was wonderful. And going back to, I'm the lead now in 2 short films, but I'm just trying to think of the character that I haven't played. I played a murderer. I don't know. I've played a banker.
You've had a wide range of roundabout. So your resume is rounded.
How many projects have you been in with Donna Heising?
Oh my God! Yes, it's amazing. And we'll go back to John Lexicich, the director and the writer of the Different Eye film. But first, I worked with him on Shadow of the Monarch, and that's gang. I was a gangster. It's a really weird kind of psychological police killer story. Anyway, so someone's killing people, and we're trying to figure out what's going on. And so Donna was cast in that film, and that's how we met. She played a CIA agent, I think. We were never in the same scene, but just the time that we were I don't know, which is kind of weird. I don't know how I really met her to know her, because if we were in the same scene, we didn't work the same days, but at the table read. That was it. Just the table read. But I got to know her then.
I said we played husband and wife in a film. And
oh, really?
Kind of knew her before that, but I didn't really get to know her until then. And then we were both in a film in North Carolina together. And I've been in a few things with Donna. She's super nice. What a super nice woman. And good heart.
Exactly. Exactly. No, I love her to death. And I tell her, she's just so, I don't know, her whole essence is just so lovely. Her soul, her way that she talks to you, she just makes you feel good, or she makes you feel that she loves you, or she cares for you. Yeah, and once you pick that up in someone, okay, I say to myself, that's a keeper. And so again, and then the second time was what was the movie called? It was this teacher, high school teacher. This is a horror film, running around killing his students. Okay, that was the premise of the movie, and she and I were. Our scene was that when the teacher is stabbing. I mean, it sounds really gory, but he's attempting to murder this student, and he's stabbing her. But then she runs. She runs outside in the street, and then okay, here we go. Donna and I are in a car, and she's actually taking care of me while I'm driving. And you can't see her head.
Were you hurt? Would you cut yourself or something? She was putting a bandage on? No, I know what you're talking about. I'm going to have to ask her about that. And she'll get so embarrassed if I ask her.
Well, you know what? Guess what? I finally said to her, we just had the job screened, and I said to her there that night, I said, do you mind me telling people that, our first movie together, you were and she said no. I forgot, because I said to myself, that's probably, I wanted to mention that the whole group of us that watched the film, and it came up with how Donna and I met and how we talked and how we worked together. And I was like, wow,
funny.
And then before I told everyone, I checked with her. Yeah, I said, okay, do you mind if I tell them the exact way the scene worked, or just kind of? And she said, no, go ahead.
You played Dracula. Bill Hopkeeper was in with you, and Donna was in, and I'm trying to think who else was in that.
Down and Out in Vampire Hills.
That was the name of it. Down and Out in Vampire Hills.
Down and Out in Vampire Hills. And that movie it's so campy. It's so funny and crazy, and she's so good in it. And Bill Housekeeper too.
It is hilarious.
Yes. without a doubt. So I guess in terms of, and so Donna, yeah, and we really click. And again, and she gave me the really great opportunity because director Craig Railsback, who directed Down and Out and Vampire Hills, he picked up on the chemistry that she and I have. And so he wrote this next short film that I sent, Ms. Sherry, I sent you the poster for it, and it's called The Job. And she and I are the only characters in the entire film, in the entire short.
Wow.
Yes. It's really wow. But it is I don't know what I'm going to say. It's a keeper. It's an eye opener. I'm sorry?
I can't wait for it to come out so I can see it.
Yeah. Okay, of course. Yeah, but so right now we're just about to start.
What?
He just made a joke.
I said it's really good to see her get ahead in the business.
Oh, see, I'm glad I didn't miss that at first, but thank you.
Sorry, I couldn't resist. You'll kill me now.
Well, on that note, and I'm happy. I'm happy too to help her be instrumental on her getting ahead, so to speak.
That's true method acting.
Without a doubt. Yeah, because she is a devoted wife to her husband. And so, and this wasn't a porn. So this was, it wasn't anything like that.
I know.
It's like it is, but it didn't actually happen.
No. Well, we're running out of time here.
I know we could talk all the time, but we really are. And we're running out of time now. So.
I mean, we can go on and talk about all kinds of stuff. It's just a great time.
Hey, but we have a whole lifetime because now we are connected, and I'm not letting you two go. Okay, so just know that. So we have a whole lifetime to catch up.
We can always do an update.
Well, we'll have to get to the Halloween hotness event.
Yes.
That was our first show we did, and get you involved in that is one of the.
I would love to. Halloween is my favorite holiday. I was born in October, so I think as a little child, I thought everyone was dressing up for me. You think and I love wearing costumes and being an actor in costumes. So Halloween is my time. It's my birthday month, so I can't wait to be with you guys during that time.
I'll be in LA for this one.
And we're about in the same age range. So going back to that's when the folks, your mom, usually is your mom, helps you make a costume, and to go out there and it's one of the cherished memories, back in those days.
Yeah.
And hanging out with your friends, going around doing stuff, that was fun back then, honest, safe fun that we used to do. And
exactly. Yeah. Clean fun. I know. I tell these young guys all the time, I think to myself more that, God, I know about fun and just, having your friends and doing this dumb and silly things. And there was no cell phone and internet.
Yeah.
Nobody could record what you did. No evidence.
I know.
We did stupid stuff, stupid kid stuff,
Yeah, we did. Fun, stupid stuff that just made us laugh and made us bond more. No one got hurt. No one was mad at the other person. We just, it was great. It was, spiritually, every level.
Well, Lejon, I think we have to close for the day. So we need to make sure that we get out there where people can follow your journey, you follow your social media. Mm-hmm. So if you just want to,
I want to do a quick little plug for Mickey because
that's right.
She's your publicist, and she's amazing. And by the way, the magazine. You're in the magazine. Oh, wait a minute. See, you're in the magazine. Oh, we're also in the magazine. Look at this.
I know.
Yay! Exactly. Yeah, and Mickey.
You referred us to Mickey.
Every interaction I've had, she's just amazing. I think she's a wonderful soul. I've never talked to her personally, but her texts and everything, I love her. She's so sweet.
It's funny. She's followed me for a while and I had no idea. And then all of a sudden she just like, well, it was like when we started doing the show, all of a sudden Mickey's there and going like, oh, we got to do something on you. And then she mentioned that you had said something to her and it was like, oh, this is okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was like, it's neat how you can meet people and do things like that, you know? Mm-hmm. It's just like,
yes.
And connecting. Like, I feel that she's helped us connect together.
Yeah.
And I believe in manifesting and I just find the energy and the right people. And I'm finding my people and I'm like, you're one of my people now.
I feel the same way. In fact, I just wrote yesterday on a Facebook post and I said that my career is really going it's going well and it's even better. I can see things happening now. And I wrote, but Mickey is the impetus. Mm-hmm. She's the one of all the stuff. And Sandy Lisi from the casting and from allowing me to work with her and then eventually putting me in Paris. Absolutely. That built it so that Mickey found me. So I can say that Sandy Lisi, allowed Mickey to pay attention to me. And then once Mickey paid attention, she is amazing. Mm-hmm. She is amazing. She just lost her dad too, just like 2 months ago. And I expected her to kind of pull back and she's putting me in more things and getting me connected to more people. It is amazing. And we have a little chat. That's the original. I don't know if you're on that chat. It's her magazine that she put me on the cover 2 times. And we have a little chat going on. And so it's the original family. We call it. Yeah. And so you guys got to get on that chat. And we just kind of talk. And everyone she brings to the table is so great, so fascinating, so fun, so wonderful. They have a good soul and they're doing things that, we all can watch or see or fall in love with. And Mickey is connecting us. She is the one.
Mm-hmm. That's
Absolutely.
awesome.
Way over in Spain.
Yes.
Yes.
You don't have to be in person. Oh, we're not together. We're in different locations too.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Technology. Yay.
All right. Well, we're going to have to say goodbye. Yes. I'm kind of sad, but it's been so wonderful chatting with you.
So fun today. And
you can keep talking. We'll keep texting and chatting because we're friends forever.
Yes. And again, I've been looking forward to this. I knew it was going to be great. I knew we were going to have fun. And now that we did it, yeah, I loved what we did. I love what we're doing and we're about to do. Hello.
Totally.
Absolutely.
No, sounds great, man.
All right. Well, you have an wonderful day. And say hi to your mom for me.
Yes.
I definitely will. Okay. I love you guys. I love you guys. Buddy. You're just the best.
Take care.
I appreciate you. Okay. Bye-bye.